How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I want to talk to you about why I am still investing in cryptocurrencies and why I think we have such a bright future ahead of us. I did a video earlier today talking about the huge investment opportunity in crypto right now, but I realized after making the video, I just didn't feel good about my energy, and I said in the video, I think it might be the weather, maybe it's something else. I don't know exactly what it is, but I just feel a little bit negative here today. But I think that came across as me being negative on the cryptocurrency market, and I do not want to be that way because I'm not feeling that way overall. So I'm going to go through why I'm so excited right now on the crypto market because it is red. We have had a lot of red days. The stock market's red too, but I just wanted to bring a better video to you today on the general crypto market and all the exciting things that are happening and coming right now, because I think that's really important. And this might be the most important video that I could put out there. If you guys don't mind hitting the like button and hitting the subscribe button, I really appreciate that. It helps out the channel a lot. Also, let's just get right into it. FTX unveiled a $2 billion venture fund. Now, this is one of those things that we see every single day, it seems like. There's some new company that's putting in a $350 million fund or a $1 billion fund or a $2 billion fund. But FTX rolling out a $2 billion fund is huge. This just happened recently, but it shows that there are people, VCs and people that have billions of dollars that continue to put money in the space because there is so much money to be had. And I'm not even sure if I have this in a slide later, but miners are doing this constantly too. Bitcoin miners are putting out hundreds of millions of dollars to buy more miners. So they're investing even though the market's falling. Typically, you don't see that if there is kind of a bear market coming. Now, there is a link to FTX underneath the video if you're interested. They are an affiliate of mine, and you can join them. They basically have zero fees on trading. They have a lot of great things that you can do on their platform, like even buy NFTs for 0% gas fees or $0 in gas fees. So unlike OpenSea, it's not really expensive. There's a link to it when you sign up using that link. Every time you trade over $10, you can get a free crypto. So they also are the fastest growing exchange of 2021, which is why I bring it up. But let's move on to point two. So obviously tons of money flowing into the space. El Salvador's president made Bitcoin legal tender this year. He's also meeting with Turkey's president. Obviously they're going to be talking about Bitcoin. Pretty interesting. We have literal nations allowing you to invest in cryptocurrencies, letting you buy and use it just as much as the US dollar. And they're putting it in their own treasuries, like Rio de Janeiro. They're announcing that they're going to offer 10% discount on taxes paid in Bitcoin. They're also going to put 1% of their treasury in Bitcoin. So not only nations, but also cities are going to be collecting Bitcoin, taking it off exchanges. We have continuous upgrades and continuous growth where more apps are integrating Bitcoin services. For example, Cash App confirms Lightning Bitcoin payments for all US customers in the coming weeks. This is one of the top, if not the top app here in the US, and they're going to have Lightning payments where you can send crypto in seconds. Other companies in crypto are literally buying out banks. I mean, think about this. If you were a bank and you've been around since 1750 and all of a sudden some new startup crypto company comes up and buys you. I mean, that's the world that we're living in right now, where we have these companies literally buying out hundreds of year-old institutions because they have so much money and because they are so successful. So now they can offer their services to more clients. We also have typical or really traditional companies like Fidelity that say that even if countries do not believe in the adoption of crypto, they will be forced to acquire some. And the countries that do acquire it will be better off than the countries that don't. So we have traditional finance now jumping in on this too. We've seen Goldman Sachs also do something similar where they're literally buying cryptocurrencies like GBTC so that they can have some exposure. We have pro basketball players, pro football players, boxers, MMA fighters, everyone seems like they're taking part of their salary in Bitcoin. And even billionaires are putting in up to 50% of their net worth, like Bill Miller, who recently declared that. He says nothing in your portfolio is going to go up 10 or 50x, but Bitcoin can. We also have companies that are investing large amounts of money, like Facebook is hiring 10,000 employees to work on the metaverse and will invest 10 billion in it by 2022. They're going to do that over the next 10 years. That's something I don't hear too often, but that is something that they've said, that they're going to invest $10 billion for 10 years. I don't think I included this either, but I covered in the video earlier today. Activision Blizzard is being bought for $69 billion by Microsoft as a metaverse and gaming play. Walmart is getting in, they're putting patents out there to have their own cryptocurrency and also create a metaverse and sell digital products. So a lot of normal companies, a lot of retailers, a lot of these typical tech companies too are getting into the metaverse, which is definitely helping crypto because there is such a potential future for crypto in the metaverse. We also have to remember that a lot of the money that's being thrown into crypto is from people that don't have a lot of money, right? For example, crypto super user, young men, 43% of US males aged 18 to 29 have bought the currency. So they're saying here that most people that buy cryptocurrencies are young. We know though, at least here in the US, that the majority of the money is in the older generations. They say older Americans stockpiled a record $35 trillion. When you think about all the banks, all the bank accounts, all the houses, all the stocks, or all the different equities and real estate portfolios that these older Americans have, that's going to be passed down. I mean, the baby boomer generation is getting older. I believe my parents were one of the last years of the baby boomers, and they're about 60 now. So there is going to be a lot of money transferred down. Now, a lot of that I think will be going into cryptocurrencies. Of course, they're going to hold on to some businesses. They're going to hold on to some real estate. But if you get $1 million today, aren't you going to be investing some of that into cryptocurrencies? I would think you would. I mean, if your parent has $100,000 in their checking account, which a lot of them do, a lot of people have $50,000 or $100,000 in their savings account or a CD or something like that, gaining no interest. Of course, you're going to throw some in DeFi. You're probably going to throw some in crypto. You don't need that $100,000 sitting in your bank account. You already have your own money that's in there for emergencies or whatever else. So you're going to be putting some of that in cryptocurrencies. We also have a lot of people that will still invest over the coming years, even if they're not going to pass away. We still have a lot of these older generations that will probably be buying through their banks. We have US banks launching, almost every single large US bank is going to launch some kind of cryptocurrency product. They also are launching ETFs around the world in Canada, Europe, Australia, but not here in the US yet. They're still protecting investors, but that should change this year, so people will be buying it in retirement portfolios. Now, going back to the banks again, Switzerland's going to allow people to get in on cryptos. Also, federal regulators allowed credit unions recently to partner and give crypto out or push crypto or, allow crypto for their clients. And obviously, NFTs are blowing up. If you haven't been paying attention to that, we have record high volumes. And MasterCard just struck a deal with Coinbase to allow people to buy NFTs with their cards. So I think this will bring even more people in. And we know millions of people are on the wait list right now for that. That's going to be huge for NFTs, bringing more people into crypto in general. We have public companies that continue to buy, like MicroStrategy, but until the accounting is changed here in the US, not a lot of new companies will probably be adding crypto, at least not any significant amount of crypto. But I would think that that would be changed here in the coming years because it is such an old system that they use. But we still have companies that continue to buy, like MicroStrategy, and you can get rates that you just can't get other places. Now, I talked about FTX earlier. A lot of these types of companies allow 6 to 10% on some of their stable coins or on their cash, while US bank accounts give 0.06. Now, don't get me wrong, you're definitely taking more risk when investing in these stable coins and in these different places and DeFi, but I think that risk is rewarded. I think it's worth it in a lot of cases because 0.06% is nothing. It's nothing. It's not important. It's not going to buy you dinner one time throughout the year if you have $10,000 in there. But if you put that in DeFi, you can make a significant amount of money. I mean, I talk about Anchor a lot, and that pays you 19.5%. And all of this is happening while the illiquid supply continues to go up. We're at record high levels. There's less crypto than ever. These companies or these projects continue to innovate, whether it's EIP 1559 for Ethereum or Ethereum 2.0 or Polygon with EIP 1559 also creating token burning, or BNB burning, or all the new ecosystems, all the new dApps that are coming onto these cryptocurrencies, Cardano instituting smart contracts and having a DEX. All these projects are getting stronger and stronger and stronger. The illiquid supply is going up, yet the price is falling down. We are still really early. We're still really early in on all this, and I think some people get caught up in the day-to-day, and I know I do too, because I do make a lot of videos, and sometimes you just feel beaten down a little bit, but it's important to look back at everything that's happening, and I didn't even cover everything that's happening. This is probably a third or a half of the important stuff that we can look at right now, but I think it gives a good overview of what's happening in the market and just reminds you to stay on track. Stay on track. This will pass. We will move up again. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this is helpful. Let me know if it was helpful by commenting down below or hitting the like button. Also, check out the link underneath the video to FTX. I really do like using it, so definitely check it out. You can get up to a free stock every time you trade $10 or more. It's kind of a lottery system, so you don't always get it, but it is a great way to make some extra money and kind of fun. So thank you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.